Okay, so day 2 of 3.4 is using the distributive property. So there's nothing new to learn. It's just doing distribution, which we haven't done so far. So if I look at this, we know we have to distribute this 3 to both the t and the 1. So it's 3t plus 3 times 1, which is 3, minus 4t, greater than or equal to negative 5. We have some like terms that we should combine. These are both on the same side of the inequality. So I have a negative 4t there, and I have a positive 3t there. So 3t minus 4t. So I'm going to end up with a negative t plus 3. And then I still have the same sign, negative 5. Okay, I'm going to move this over to the right. So I have negative t plus 3 greater than or equal to negative 5. So if this were an equation, I would solve it by getting the stuff away from the t. So I need to subtract 3 from each side. And I get negative t is greater than or equal to negative 8. So far I haven't flipped a switch because I haven't multiplied or divided by a negative number, but I am about to because that's negative t. So I have to divide by a negative 1. When you divide by negative, you flip your switch. And then negative 8 divided by negative 1 is positive 1. So here is what my answer should be. Let's check it and see if it works. A number less than or equal to 1. I'm going to pick 0 because that one works easy. So I'm going to plug it into my original equation. So I would have 3 times 0 plus 1 minus 4 times 0. Is that greater than or equal to negative 5? Well, 0 plus 1 is 1, so 3 times 1, which is 3, minus 0, 4 times 0. Is that greater than or equal to negative 5? Well, 3 is greater than or equal to negative 5. So there is my check to make sure that it works. So I'm good to go on. Now let's worry about this problem. Again, we do the same thing. First, we start by distributing. So, 2 times 2x is 4x, plus 2 times 3, which is 6, minus 2, greater than negative 8. Again, I have like terms, there's no variables, but I have a negative 2 here and a positive 6. So they're on the same side, I combine them. I have the 4x still, that's by itself. Positive 6, negative 2, so plus 4, greater than negative 8. And then I have to isolate my variable, so I subtract 4 from both sides. And I get 4x is greater than negative 8 and another negative 4, negative 12. And divide by 4, which is a positive number I'm dividing by, so I do not need to flip my switch. And you get x is greater than negative 3. It's okay if my answer is a negative number, I just can't divide by a negative. And I did not, I divided by a positive. So that should be good. So let's look at a couple with variables on both sides of the equation. And that's just like when we had an equation, we have to get them together on one side. So if I want to pick up all those 3 n's and put them on the other side, I don't want to break 3 and n apart. I want to pick them all up. So right now they're positive 3n. So to undo a positive 3n, I have to subtract 3n. And I have 3n left. 3n minus 1 greater than 8. And then we just add 1 to both sides. And I get 3n greater than 9. And I'm running out of room, but divide by 3, and you have n is greater than 3. Okay, let's try this next one. Same idea. I need to get the x's on one side. I'm going to move them. I like to keep my x's positive so I don't have to divide or flip my switch. So I'm going to subtract 4x. And I have negative 2 is less than 2x plus 8. And I want to move everything away from my variable, so I subtract 8. And we get negative 10 greater than 2x. And again, to get rid of I have to get rid of the 2, but leave the x alone, so I divide by 2, and I get negative 5 is less than x, or x is greater than negative 5, if I write it the other way. Let's try these together. Let's look to see what the next page is, because I think we just tried some together. So let's have you do these two on your own. So you should be able to do these two on your own. And when Mr. Erlinson checks your notes, he can check it.